Back at it again, and there's a guy by the name of Anton Daniels that we're going to be talking about today because I think what he says is completely on point, especially this first video. I 1000% agree with what he has to say in this first video. In the second video, I think we need to have more people saying exactly what it is that he is saying in the second clip of his that I'm going to show you. So first off, big shout out to Anton Daniels. I'll put his @ on the screen now so you guys can see that right here. So if you want to give him a follow, there you go, right there on your screen. If you need to pause it, go ahead and do so. All right, but I'm going to play this first clip, and then we'll get into the second clip after that. All right? With that being said, let's dive in.
In a million years, you would never get me to vote for Kamala Harris. You can put a gun to my head and say, hey, either you vote for Kamala Harris or I'm pulling the trigger, and I'm going to take my chances with the gun jam. Because I just believe that God got us. We no longer, as black men, a part of the Democratic plantation, and we can learn to think for ourselves. And it was dependent on our women and our parents to continue to finesse us and tell us that we had to vote Democrat just because we black. But an informed voter is a dangerous voter. And the fact that we can think for ourselves and we educated and we got resources, listen, you are the most powerful being on this earth when you become informed because you unlock your mind to the possibilities of a what if. I'm not telling you that you have to vote Republican, but I am telling you that you are not obligated just because the people that came before you is trying to finesse you and to think one way. You can think for yourself.
1000% agree. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that he said, but one of the things that he touched on is that an informed voter is a dangerous voter for the Democrat Party. I 1000% agree. And I mean, even if you want to, broaden that out to, for example, here's a perfect example, actually. Look at Chicago, aka Chirac. And I've showed you guys the videos of the black folks, some of the black folks there complaining about how the immigrants have come there and have been given everything. Democrats have been running Chicago for, 80 years, right? So you can't blame Republicans, even though Brandon Johnson, who's the mayor now in Chicago, tried to blame Republicans for what's going on in Chicago. They closed down some of the schools in the black areas and told the black folks there, hey, well, we don't have the funds to continue to run these schools. Now, why is that? You shut down the schools in the black areas because you don't have funding. But as soon as the immigrants show up, you open up those schools. And not only do you open those schools, you renovate them so that the immigrants, the illegals, can live there. And some of them can go to school in the same building. But you didn't have the funds for the tax-paying black folks that live in the area, though. Now, why would you close down a school in the black area? I wonder why. An informed voter is a dangerous voter, maybe? I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know. It's just a thought, right? But, listen, there's no way, I agree with him. There's no way in 1,000 years would I ever vote for Kamala Harris. For what? Listen. And this is going to be my argument because I know the conversation is going to come up with somebody, right? I'm going to have the conversation with someone. And my question to them is going to be, why should I vote for Kamala? Tell me why without mentioning Donald Trump or Republicans. Tell me. I bet they won't be able to. I would make a bet that they will not be able to tell. I can tell you why I'd vote for Donald Trump without mentioning Democrats or Kamala Harris, though. I can easily say that. Very, very easily. But I bet they can't do it for Kamala, though. Just saying. Now, here's another clip from the same gentleman. And he's on I believe it's like a Zoom call or like a video conference situation where he's on with a bunch of different folks. And one of the ladies says something, and his response is 1000% on point, and more people need to be saying this out loud. Check it out.
I'm going to just be real honest with this. She's a black woman.
Yeah, because they skin folk, not Kim folk. I think it goes back to what somebody was saying, where it's not voting for someone, but majority will vote for somebody else just
Hold on. Let me line this out.
I think
Is
majority.
it only because she a black woman?
Yeah.
Do you not see how that's a bad idea?
Elaborate.
Okay, so we're in 3 proxy wars with some of the most powerful leaders in the world. She failed at the border, in which we have an estimation of 15 to 20 million people illegally into this country. That is literally overtaking and bankrupting Chicago to the tune of over $400 million per year, and they are in a deficit. Oakland is going out of business. San Francisco ditto. California, $65 billion deficit. New York, they're literally cutting trash, in which they are the rattiest, dirtiest city, and they've taken up resources as far as free healthcare, free hotels to the tune of $600 a day. They're literally taking over your schools. Your taxpayer dollars are going to fund the migrant crisis. She was supposed to be in charge of this. We have a failing economy. Every single day I see people getting on the internet talking about $30 an hour is the new minimum wage, because inflation is fucking out of control. At one point, it was at almost 10%, depending on what city that you in. She has no policy, no record to stand on. One of the biggest things that she did in her career was lock up more black men than ever before. But we sitting here and vote her in office on identity politics. The very person that she was under as far as the president of the United States of America, she called him racist during a debate, which shows you how fake she is. And the only thing that we can stand on from a policy perspective is whether or not she's black and she's a woman. We did that during the Obama administration, and he didn't do anything for black people. As a matter of fact, y'all complain because the only person that he did, or the only group of people that he really stood for, is the alphabet community, and that's his landmark thing that he's still standing on today. So the only thing that we have to stand on is identity politics. That shit didn't work with Tiffany Henyard in Dayton, Illinois. It didn't work with Karen Bass. It didn't work with Lori Lightfoot in Chicago. It didn't work with Brandon Johnson that then took over her position in Chicago. It didn't work with Andre Dickens in Atlanta. It didn't work with Eric Adams in New York. It doesn't work across the country. Every single Democratic city is a hellhole. And we sitting here talking about identity politics?
Bro. Can we just get a brother a hand clap? I mean, check. Just the proxy wars, right? We literally have Russia off the coast of Florida with these folks. Remember they said Trump was going to take us into World War III? We're on the brink of it now under them. Russia's off the coast. Yeah, we can say, oh, yeah, we're stronger than Russia, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, cool. But all that goes out the window once them nukes start flying. Where are you going to go? I know I don't have a place to go. I don't have any deep underground bunker to, hunker down in that's going to withstand that type of artillery. And I'm supposed to be voting for that same person? The borders are, even though mainstream media has tried to flip it, which I got some videos coming on that. We got illegals flooding this country. I'll go back to Chirac, aka Chicago. They could do everything for illegals, but nothing for the tax-paying citizens there. Already, right? New York, same situation. Y'all remember when AOC, Jerry Nadler, and the crew were outside of that hotel speaking, and then, all the New York, a bunch of New York residents were outside, close the border, and they're trying to have this stupid little press conference. Care about the illegals, but not about the tax-paying citizens. But I'm supposed to still vote for that? And like you said, you look at some of these, you look at all of these Democrat-run places, they are crap holes. You want to live in Chirac? I don't. Not in a million. I won't even visit Chirac. It's named after a war zone for a reason. For a reason. You want to go to California? I'm not trying to go. I won't even visit. Literally, they had to warn people, don't leave anything in your cars. Why can't I leave anything in my vehicle? People were just breaking into cars because they know they live in a Democrat-run state and nothing's going to happen to them. People just walk up, break into cars, broad daylight, peel off. That's the type of country you want to live in? I ain't voting for that. And also, Kamala ain't black. Stop it with this Kamala's black. Her mom is Indian and her dad is Jamaican and Indian. You ain't black. She's never claimed to be black until it benefited her. She's always talked about her Indian heritage, which I got some videos coming on that, so stay tuned. Y'all know I come with receipts, baby. I don't just be out here yip-yapping and jaw-jacking. She's never claimed to be black until it benefited her when it came to garnering votes. Never claimed to be black. She's always claimed to be Indian. Always. But now, oh, black woman, she ain't black. Stop it with the nonsense. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. And I love how he touched on the Joe Biden situation. How you gonna criticize somebody for being racist, but then be their vice president? What sense does that make? And I'm supposed to vote for that person? You go where the wind blows. You have no leg to stand on. Zero. You criticize Joe Biden openly for being a racist. I got the video. Y'all know I got the video footage, right? Which I'm gonna drop that too. Don't trip. This whole Kamala situation, I'm just getting warmed up, baby. So for all y'all that might be wondering, hey, why hasn't he dropped? Oh, they're coming. They are coming. Okay, they are coming. Right. And then I love how he touched on, we did the same thing with Barack Obama. And I'll admit, I was one of those folks. I was one of those black people. I feel like 99.5% of black people were excited for Barack Obama simply because he was black, right? It was the first kind of situation, even though he's only half black. But, at the time, in the moment, I've been open. I used to be a Democrat. That's no secret. You guys have seen the journey. I've documented it all. So that's no secret. I admit I was excited, but what exactly did Barack Obama do for black people that I'm supposed to be excited about? Excited enough to where I go and vote for Kamala for being black. Like, what exactly, right? Now, I'm not saying that you should only do things for a certain group of individuals, but that's what a lot of these folks, that's what some of these folks are out here saying. Oh, Kamala is black. She's going to be for the black people. Well, we kind of tried that once before, and what came out of that? As a matter of fact, things got worse. So I'm supposed to, repeat history again? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing, but expecting a different result, in the words of Albert Einstein, right? So, you want me to be insane is what you're saying? Nah, ain't happening. I would not vote for Kamala in a million years. In a million years. Like he said, I agree with him. Put a gun to my head. Vote for Kamala or else. I'm pulling. All right, well, like he said, God got me. It's going to jam. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Okay? Come on now. Come on now. I fear no evil. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. But shout out to Anton Daniels, man. Completely and 1,000% on point. But I just wanted to share that with you guys today. Y'all let me know your thoughts, your opinions about it all. All right. And stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.